Alright guys, welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. Today we've got set 75354 Coruscant Guard Gunship. This is 1083 pieces, 1083 pieces. As you can see here in the bottom left corner, we've got the Clone Wars minifig to symbolize this is a Clone Wars set. We've got nice box art from Coruscant showing a scene that we get in season 2, if I'm not mistaken. Then in the bottom right, we have all the minifigures that we get. We'll go over that here in a second, but we'll go to the back of the box first. Alright, and then for the back, just a couple pictures kind of showing some off of the play features, all the minifigures, just some play functions. Really nothing crazy, just another shot of a Coruscant background. Nothing crazy going on here. To the actual minifigures we go now. And our first new minifigure we get is Chancellor Palpatine. We can see that he does get some skirt piece, no leg piece, which is new for him. Looks good, pretty basic, just red, no arm printing as we can see right there. The hair piece is nice and new. It's a new hair piece we've seen for Palpatine at least. And then as well as his one-sided happy face, I guess you could call it, he does get a little bit more, I don't really know, anxious face maybe. So he does come with another face as well as some decent back printing we can see on here on the skirt and the torso. So just basic printing, some lining. And again, no arm printing, no side printing on torso. Pretty basic stuff, but it does look all around pretty good for Palpatine. Especially that hair piece I do like. I think it fits the Palpatine very well. So all around basic but good Chancellor Palpatine. And the next minifigure we get is Senator Padme Amidala. This is a Clone Wars minifigure we have seen before. And up from the picture you can tell that it's pretty much an upgrade, except for that she is missing the spot, mole, freckle, whatever you want to call it, which I think is very disappointing and just kind of unforgivable. That's something that's iconic to Padme. We turn the minifigure, we can see that she is just no arm printing, no leg printing, just pretty basic all around. It looks good. Again, that spot missing though is probably the only downside to this minifigure to me personally. She does come with just a basic hair piece. She does come with the gray pistol blaster, whatever you want to call it. And then when you take off her hair piece, you can see that she does have a double-sided face, so that is nice as well. Again, no spot on either side of the face. But all around, a pretty good minifigure. Just missing that spot is really the only downside, as I keep mentioning. Following that, we do get our Phase 2 Coruscant Guard Clone Troopers. We've only ever gotten these one other time, so these are nice to finally get again remastered. The printing looks very good. The only downside is probably these helmet holes, which to some fans, they are just unforgivable. To me, it's not the biggest problem in the world. I don't mind them all that much. But you can see for the rest of it that the back printing on the right, it looks very good. Even on the left, we have the good leg printing, even the foot printing, the torso printing, all of it looks so good to me. I love it. I think it's one of the best clones we've gotten of the year. It's just those helmet holes they do stick out like a sore thumb. I can't argue that matter. And then underneath the helmets, nothing unique, just a basic clone trooper that we've seen a couple times already this year. All around, these are probably one of the highlights of these sets minifigure wise. So I do love these. And last but not least, we get Commander Fox, a highly anticipated clone commander, one of the popular clone commanders / captains from the Clone Wars that fans have been awaiting in Phase 2 for a while now. And it slightly disappoints in some ways. So if you look at the torso, you see the white printing. This is just inaccurate. If you look at the picture I have pulled up of Commander Fox that we see in the Clone Wars, compared, you will see that that's just incorrect. But if I pull up another picture of Commander Thorn, you will see the similarities in that chest piece. Now the word is LEGO has done this on purpose and it is supposed to be a hybrid minifigure representing Thorn and Fox. Now, I find this unforgivable. You put on the box, we are getting Commander Fox, and instead you want to give us both Fox and Thorn, which in theory is a good idea, but is not what I wanted, not what I paid for. Now, this might just be my opinion, but I do not like this. And on top of that, we can see that we still get another printed skirt for the Commander, which again, I am not a fan of. So, with all that being said, the printing for the rest of the clone does look good. The foot printing, the leg printing looks pretty accurate for the most part. Just the skirt printing and the torso printing is inaccurate. Then the gray visor is not a bad choice. Some more design would have been nice, but not mistakenly. And then the head is just a very standard clone head that we just saw on the other shock troopers just a second ago. So altogether, the helmet was pretty good. The rest of the clones printing wasn't bad. It's just that torso printing and the skirt are real big killers for this clone, in my opinion. I do want to know what you guys think about it, if it's a big detractor. And we are here at the actual build, the Republic Gunship. It looks very beautiful. The coloring with the red and the white looks very good. As we come here to the front, we see we have these nice ball turrets. They work very well. As usual, nothing too physical with them, just mostly aesthetic. Then we come to the cockpits. We have our Republic logo right there in the middle. Very accurate, looks good. Then we open the cockpit. You see we have here the first one. We do have ourselves an instance where you can't open this back one if you open the front one first. So you see here, we have to close the front before we can open the back. So just a little thing, nothing too annoying. It still works, looks good all together. Insight is nice and tight, but you can get a clone in there easily with his helmet on and everything. Looks good, works good. And to the side of the ship, with very beautiful tiling, I will add. Here we get the nice Republic sticker. It is a sticker, it looks very well, with just good tiling all around it. We get this little compartment. It doesn't come with anything in it, but you can see if we pick up here, you do kind of have to pull it out. As you see over top, it comes in flush, so you have to pull it out, then you pull up, and then you can come down, and you can see it's a little compartment. You can even put a couple of guys in there. They can't really stand up much, though, but it is nice for storage altogether. Now we come to the doors, which I gotta note, these white stripes are very beautiful. But to actually open the doors, you kind of have to pull out. It's kind of hard because it does sit flush. So you can see here, you pull it out, but they do give you this little thing here on the back that if you push it, it opens the door for you. So you kind of have to grip something to push it, but here you push, and the door will just slide back. So you don't actually have to grab it and pull it and risk breaking it. And then we can see here, it is a pretty tight space, but I got up to about 5 or 6 guys in here at one point. So it does hold a decent amount of guys still. This is a little bit more of a downsize from the previous gunships we've seen. Speaking of other gunships, we do have the handle up here on top. You can hold it. It is very, very stable. The one thing with it is if you push it down, it does actually come down into the storage area. So you can see here, it actually hits the clone. It's not too much of a hassle, but it is there. And lastly, we get a good shot of the wings here and the engines. The wings look pretty good for the most part. We do see they substitute the ball turret, which is more accurate for stud shooters. I understand it is a good play feature, but it is a little bit inaccurate, which is okay. The engines look very good. Over the top looks very good. The back looks very good. All of it looks very good, to be honest. And then we get the back door here as well. We get that very accurate Republic logo, and then the back opens up very nicely. You just pull it down, just a little Technic connector, nothing too crazy. Very easy to open and access. You can't get too much through there, but it does look nice and it works well altogether. So altogether, it looks very, very good, very aesthetically pleasing, and for the most part, all the play functions are very, very well. The ball turret here on the back is just more of an aesthetic thing again. Again, everything looks very aesthetically pleasing. And with that, we come to the end of this review. All around a pretty good gunship, but compared to previous models, it is a little bit downsized, not to mention certain mistakes with some of the minifigures. This set is pretty good for the $140, but all around, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. Some of those mistakes with the minifigures is just too unforgivable for me. A little bit more effort with the build could have come into, but aesthetically very pleasing. With that, let us know what you guys thought of this set down in the comments. We hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like, and we will see you guys in the next one. See ya.